Hello, this video tutorial will demonstrate how to identify the parts of citation elements needed when citing web pages. Before we start, let's review the citation elements we need to write an MLA citation for a web page. First, we need the author's name or authors' names if there is more than one author. Then, we need the title of the web page in quotation marks, followed by the title of the website in italics. Then we need the sponsor or publisher of the site, followed by a comma. Then the date the web page was created or last updated. Followed by the medium of access, which is web, since we are looking at an online resource. Lastly, we need to include the date of access, which is the date you first found or looked at the web page. Now, let's take a look at a web page example. Let's say you're looking at this particular web page. The first thing we need to find for the citation element is the author, which is here, Julie Edgar. Then we need the title of the web page, which is the specific page that you're looking at. So this page we're looking at, and the title of the web page, which is an article, is titled here, Complementary and Alternative Medicine for Pets. Then we need the title of the website. Think of the website as the larger container where this particular page resides. So look up, look at the banner. Usually it will tell you the information. So the website here is WebMD. Now this particular page has a sub-website title because it's belonging to the WebMD Healthy Pets section. So you can use WebMD Healthy Pets as the title of the website, or WebMD will suffice as well. When in doubt, you can always check the URL, the beginning of the URL, to tell you the website this particular page is hosted in. Then we need the sponsor or the publisher of the site. Sometimes it is the same as the title of the website, sometimes it's not. The easiest way to tell is look for the copyright or registered trademark, which usually can be found at the very bottom of the site. In this case, I'm looking at the copyright information here, and it is copyrighted by WebMD LLC. So WebMD LLC is the sponsor or the publisher of the site. Then I need the date of publication for this particular page. So I'm going back to look at this article, and I can't see any date information here, but this article continues on for 4 pages. So I'm going to go on to the last page of this article, and at the bottom of the last page it says here it's reviewed on June 11, 2010. So here is my date of publication for this particular web article. And then the last thing we need is the medium of access and a date of access. Now the medium of access, since we're looking online, it's automatically web, and a date of access is simply the date that we're looking at this particular web page. So to sum up, for this web page, the citation should look like Okay, now let's take a look at another example of web page. Let's say we're looking up hate crimes on the ABC News site. Now, this is a page that has many different news on hate crimes. So if you're using this for your research, you wouldn't be citing this page because it's like a container for many different articles. You would actually be using a specific article. So let's take a look at the specific article here. And let's say we want to cite this particular page as our web resource. And the first thing we need is the author, and in this case there are more than one author. There are 2 authors here listed. The title of the web page, which is the smaller specific page we're looking at, which is this: Police College Shooting Suspect Hitchhiked to Florida. Then we need the title of the website, which is simply ABC News. And then we need the sponsor or publisher of the site. Remember, sometimes it's different than the title of the website. So let's go down to the bottom to look for the registered trademark information. Basically, we want the company that's responsible for the ABC News website. And now I'm looking at the copyrighted information, and it says it's copyrighted by ABC News Internet Ventures. So that would be our sponsor or publisher of the site. And lastly, we need the date this particular article was published or written. So let's come back to look at this article, and it says it was written on April 15, 2015. Then we need the medium of access and a date of access. Again, since we're looking at a web resource on the web, the medium access is automatically web, and then the date of access is the date that we're looking at this page. So the citation for this particular article from the ABC News site should look like. If you have any more questions or need help with citing web sources, please do not hesitate to contact me. Thank you.